The 9 traditional cereals of Bhutan, known as Dru Na Gu, had almost vanished from the Bhutanese table. These 9 grains are generally used for spiritual and religious ceremonies in households in Bhutan. Meanwhile, the founder of Chuniding Food, Kesang Choeden, who is also passionate about Bhutanese traditional cuisine, revived the consumption of Dru Na Gu by introducing meals prepared from these traditional grains. I visited her factory to find out more about Dru Na Gu.
This is our milling room. So we have all these various machines which can mill all these cereals and grains. So what happens is, from the source, from the farmers, we bring in the raw materials, and then you saw the segregation upstairs. So all the segregation work is being done. So once it's segregated and cleaned, then we normally what we do is it needs to be washed, So if you don't wash it, then you'll find a lot of grit and sand and all that. So which is not very, comfortable and palatable. So we will then after that, then it has to be dried, and then we will be like putting it in the grinders and then milling it. So it can come in powder form, it can come in grit form, or it can come in whole grains. So this is what we do here. So just now maybe we'll do the millets. During the pandemic, since last year, this is our COVID-19 response. We came up with very innovative ideas as to how to use the raw materials that were like, wherever there was an overproduction, how we could process them for future use. Here we have some of the Dru Na Gu. This is wheat. It dates back to 2015. Then we have the whole grain rice, which dates back to 2017. Then we have millet, which dates back to 2015. Then maize, 2011. Then we have the amaranth, 2011. So every time we check small amounts, and it's as good as when it was stored, So a lot depends on how you store it also. Yeah. So that way, like, we have all the Dru Na Gus in our research section. Here we have the semblance of Dru Na Gu. We have the wheat, barley, sweet buckwheat. We have the quinoa, we have the amaranth, we have the corn, we have the rice, and then we have the millet and bitter buckwheat. And I think in the absence of any one of these, people use soybeans as for religious purpose. and also mustard. They would use mustard also. So these are the basically the Dru Na Gu. This is from the Far East. It comes from dye farm and all that, maybe the Bangtor dye farm area. And the barley comes from the higher altitudes like Thimphu Dzongkhag. And then we have the wheat. Wheat also comes from this area, from Paro, Dzongkhag and all. Then the rice, we got it from Paro, Dzongkhag. The corn is from the east, obviously. And the quinoa is also from Mongar. And then we have the amaranth. Amaranth is also from the east, from Mongar area. Soya bean comes from, it's from Chirang. And then we have the millet, some are from Chirang, some are from Punakha. And then we have the bitter buckwheat, which is from Ha and Bumtang. So basically, so these are the Dru Na Gu, which are used in our, which were used in our daily food. And now, like maybe we, with our little bit of what you call presentation, and maybe with our little bit of effort that we made to showcase ways of using this food. Now I think a lot of people are using it as food to be consumed rather than just for religious purposes. Yeah. You can see that my girls, my staff and the young men here, they are working on the chilies, they are destemming the chilies. So recently there was a coverage, BVS coverage, whereby it mentioned that there was an overproduction of chilies in Jamgang lower King, under Jamgang Dzongkhag. So we contacted the Dzongkhag, and in collaboration with the Dzongkhag, Jamgang Dzongkhag, we lifted the excess chili produce. So this is the chilies that came just 2 days ago. So today they are all working on the chilies. We are going to destem them, and some will go for dehydration, some will go for pickling, and some will go like maybe we'll be using in our own products. So we are very I feel very satisfied, and I feel very happy that in a small way we could contribute and as a social responsibility, that we could lift the chili produce from the lower King Jamgang, because the farmers, we could see on the BVS that the farmers were complaining about not being able to sell the chilies.
With grains collected from various parts of the country and the chilies secured from the helpless farmers from the east, Keza prepared us a delicious set of meal which is authentic to Bhutanese palate but now almost forgotten.
Just let me explain to you the food that's displayed here, especially made with Dru Na Gu and the vegetables that we have processed in the plant. So this is the Dru Na Gu. So there is some vegetables like radish and all. So we have the soybean. It's a soybean mix like a salad, yeah. And then this is the green. We have seeds, and then we have the carrot, and then this is the 9 greens. So this is the grain, green and bean. This is the quinoa mixed with vegetable powder. You saw all our vegetable powders dehydrated down there, so mixed with vegetable powder. So this is also kind of a fortified rice, fortified cereal with vegetable powders. Okay. And then we have this, again this is the dehydrated vegetables. We have the beet top, we have the cabbage, and we have the peas. So it's just sorted, cooked and sorted. So when you eat, it has a very nice crunchy texture. And you saw the chilies down there, green chilies drying. So this is made from the dehydrated green chilies, tomatoes, and even the cheese are dehydrated. You know, we have caramelized the cheese. So this is the ematatsi, and then this is the millet that I was talking about. Very, very nutritious. So this millet. Oh, I forgot to tell you that quinoa has. I think quinoa is the only cereal that has all the 9 amino acids altogether. So very rich building blocks of protein. You know, so very, very healthy, and even for millet also very, very healthy. So you can just break it and eat it with sauce or anything, or soup. So this is millet dough, and then we have again one type of Dru Na Gu. So this is the buckwheat, sweet buckwheat momos made from sweet buckwheat flour. So inside the ingredients are again cabbage, local cheese, and mixed some flavors given. So this is the buckwheat momo. Again another form of very healthy food, and it's gluten free. So you can see the quinoa is gluten free, the millet is gluten free, the buckwheat is gluten free. So then we have the vegetables, and this is datsi fried, cheese fried, and then we have the soup. So basically this is all made recipes that Chuniding has come up with from Dru Na Gu and vegetables.
Chimi Dema is another food entrepreneur who runs a small food factory where she prepares biscuits and cookies from Dru Na Gu.
The Dru Na Gu biscuits midila katibe soto go sewachin tangbara ngai tatu since Dru Na Gu gi gu besale ngai Dru Na ji ge shitbe masu seshuni bi te Dru Na ji de kashta kashimo sewachin la analichi gezagi la gezadi boche nga chang pha mongol le bakondo mongol alukho youth group ji la tani ichumi la tani ichum di boche nya parule la parule ichum kaira parule bakondo tenale ani di boche gerin la gere di boche nga pha pumtale nale ma bongole tenale pha daw khale bakondo session bi tenale ani di boche memjain la memja di 다 아마 봉고다 때날 짜샹틀리 바콘도라 짜샹틀리 때 팔레 나박 휴베디 때 디탈레 나기 공기 팔레라 때 치즈우베게 오면라 팔레 가샬로 grains 다 인기는 버진 grains 베디 순드게 담이라 순드게 담베테 나 마치기 라빔 디스기 때나 휴베 세 그레딩 디스 찹 도디스 파티고 레젬베 찹 베서다 때날 나기 나로 나라기 플로어 밀 충구주일라 아니 비디라 다안로 아니 더 프롬에 충구나레 카이라 그란베 데나레 카이라 십접 베디라 시핑 베베디 데나레 라스나로 땡아기나 바켓스나 바틱샤빌라 딕샤베디 다안레 타 조탕딜라 당아기 타투 버진 게자기 조돌라 게자기라 게잡시기 게자기 비스킷 존비인다 다니 게즈 피디 가야라다 나기 시세이라 마뚝뚝벨라 다 시사데 테날레타 나롱고라 아날레타 나루일라 이범 수달로 데 아날로데 당아기 타실레타 마치기 마루니 유로 옴루니 유로 데날레 치니루니 유로 카라루세일라 나로 다니 비나 다 아날로 타치 타실레 치즈 자이발라 Tanzu shabdalu. Tani ki pise di anim chibe gula. Anzumbela. Anzumbe. Nami sami ani kishlo like dampa kukuwe memchi. Kame memchi be te anchi bewachin te nala ngachi biscuit ki te nale pise tu sulishime chungla. Tan nami sami ru ani ta maida zumbe dila. Ngachi ki kepta lu sauda lu maida zumbe ani namsan ye nimi la ani lo. Biscuit na lu. Biscuit ta cookies simidi namsan ye da wachin te nale sata judi te mishim la ani pise namsan mitang la. Tan yushin majigi minute changa de chijakula ani bedila. Minute changa de chila. Tan minute changa le go su bin te nale ani zoni go su bila. Machigi diudalu ta manually be begole te tani bira digu betela anale ta rule begola nami sami satabe de taru ani ru jaga gi maida gi zoze gi kepta de suzumbe de benimila nami sami ibdila mapani manual be lab jakob dina sa khashela Anale train at Sunigila. Little. The Anale, Tamachigi, the Anzuso cheat in the Lena, oven the Bakjila. The oven day, the temperature version are 180 degrees Jaila. 180 degrees Nale, if she 5 minutes, she 180 degrees Yasovchi. Heat anim Chiasochi, 5 minutes Javi. Tanali remila. Tani ana subedi 20 minutes chakula first bake dila. Anale ati chi 5 minutes de chakul be chusa. Majigi tas sanethuni chiri chipendigi. Te ati shelf life ati rambe tuni tenela. Tenale breakage me joba chushon bewachin a safety che du song bedi inch mi chushona bedula te ani chigali gi out ka bote ani nana di chushon zu bedila ta biscuit ki chejit bewachin la gram chik jangap chu jedula Nalete na bak